Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 139, and today we are starting things off with absolutely no items. We have got 2 stacks of bread, we've got a broken set of elytra, and then we have 38 firework rockets, and also, just to top it all off by the look of things, that area over there isn't actually being lit up by the system, and I don't have a sword. So not really the best start to the Hermitcraft episode. Now, if you missed the previous episode of Hermitcraft, you're probably wondering what on earth went wrong. What on earth has happened? Yeah, we had a bit of a rough time. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. It was a bit of a rough episode. I died so many times. I ended up losing all of my items, which wasn't particularly fun. I've lost, I think, 4 sets of elytra, so I only have 1 set left, which isn't the best news. And I think, well, to start things off today, we're just going to have to try our best to get things back to normal. So there's a shovel. We're going to have to get ourselves a totally new sword, a totally new axe, a totally new pickaxe as well, with silk touch and mending. Yeah, not the best. I'm a bit confused because I could have sworn I had a mending villager in here somewhere. No, it's definitely not that guy. I'm breaking 3 for 39 emeralds there. There we go. Okay, 26 emeralds. That's not actually that bad. I thought it was a lot more expensive than that. Anyway, this right here should mark the completion of my sword. If we just get to 33 levels, we have got... Yeah, that's pretty monstrous. Knockback 2, sharpness 5, sweeping edge 3, unbreaking 3, fire aspect 2, and mending. The only thing that we're missing is looting. I really wanted looting 3, but I just couldn't afford it. I just couldn't quite afford it. And now this sword is probably coming up as too expensive for anything, yeah. Next up, we have got the elytra, so we've got mending, and then there is unbreaking 3, so those are all fully set up. And I've also done my pickaxe and my shovel, so we've got silk touch, unbreaking 3, efficiency 5, mending, and then we have unbreaking 3, mending, efficiency 5, and silk touch. So then it's just the axe. This is good. This is good. We just need to do the boots, and then we're fully repaired. But to do all of that sort of thing, unfortunately, we don't have all of the books inside the AFK fish farm, so I'm having to use the villager trading area, but we've run out of emeralds, so hopefully... Come on! This guy has been locked up. I've been trying to unlock him with all sorts of different things. I keep buying stuff. I'm going to use up all my emeralds on this. Bad news. There doesn't seem to be any way for me to get feather falling. I have looked through these books a whole bunch of times. We don't have a feather falling villager, so that's out of the question. And there's no feather falling books. None. So we might have to skip out on that one. Oh, that's frustrating because I'm just going to keep dying from falling with my elytra. Turns out we do actually have a feather falling villager. He had feather falling 2, so I've managed to combine those, get feather falling 3, and then there we have feather falling 4. Now I just have to chuck them on my feet, then we need an axe and a bow, and then we are actually done. So after 2 hours of repairing and crafting and everything like that, this is what I'm looking like. We've got mending, fire protection 4, respiration 3, aggro affinity, unbreaking 3 on the helmet. We've got mending and unbreaking 3 on the elytra. We've got protection 4, mending, unbreaking on the diamond leggings. Protection 4, depth strider 3, unbreaking 3, feather falling 4, and mending on the diamond boots. Then we have unbreaking 3, efficiency 5, mending, and silk touch on the pickaxe. Knockback 2, sharpness 5, sweeping edge 3, unbreaking 3, fire aspect 2, mending on the sword. We've got unbreaking 3, mending, efficiency 5, silk touch on the shovel. Efficiency 5, smite 4, unbreaking 3, silk touch, and mending on the axe. And then power 5, infinity, punch 2, flame, unbreaking 3 on the bow. Woo! I wonder if I can get smite 5 on that. I can! Oh my god, that is monstrous. Anyway, now that we've finally got that out the way, what we're going to be doing in today's Hermitcraft episode is we're going to be heading over to this area here. Now, we've got the automatic cobblestone farm. That all works perfectly with the TNT and everything like that. But as you guys know, recently we have designed a TNT-powered wood farm. And I thought it would be cool to build said TNT-powered wood farm on this little island. So this little island right here is kind of going to become a TNT-powered island. I think that's the sort of thing that I'm going to be going for here. So the first thing that we've got to do is we have got to clear out this entire space. Oh, and I should mention Smite 5. Yeah, of course I had to have it. Okay, so I've cleared out this bottom area right here. I think the tree farm is going to be going off in this section. And then the wood will probably wrap its way around there. And then this this is where the actual TNT area is going to be going. So this is where all of the TNT is going to be exploding. So I would say I probably have to punch it back to around about here. This is probably going to be the spot. Now that I'm just clearing out the space, I've had such a cool idea. So you know we've got this TNT area here, and then we're gonna have this TNT area. I think I'm gonna turn this into almost like a theme park. So in the next episode, or some episode in the future, I think we're going to kind of add in some ornaments around this place and maybe create a big sign that says TNT land and all that sort of thing. Let me know your ideas for that down in the comment section. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get that built up. Anyway, here we are in the Redstone testing world. This is the build itself. For those of you who missed the end of the previous episode of Hermitcraft, after I had died a bunch of times and rage quit from Survival Minecraft, I came into the creative testing world and we managed to fix up the tree farm. So if you remember a couple episodes back, I tried to work out how to create the squashing circuitry to squash these 5 blocks down into 4 blocks. We managed to get it working, but then it would occasionally break. So now what I've done is I've actually done something a lot more simple, which is just take the top layer of blocks off and kind of pipeline them across like this, and then they get pushed across here, and then we have almost like a scissor movement. So all of the logs get pushed in at the same time as the TNT explodes, and they all get broken off, dropping into the water, and it all works really, really well. So, let's work out how many resources we need, and then start building it on the Hermitcraft server. Are you ready? Okay, for this one we're going to need 1 dispenser, 2 detector rails, 84 sticky pistons, 63 regular pistons, 21 pieces of obsidian, 8 chests, 222 redstone dust, 1 lever, 6 iron doors, 5 redstone torches, 1 stone button, 56 repeaters, 2 comparators, 3 blocks of redstone, 27 hoppers, 4 droppers, 9 slime blocks, 180 packed ice, and 10 observers. Alright, that sounded like a lot, but we've actually managed to gather up everything really quite quickly. So I have some of the spare items just stacked up in my inventory right here, but for the most part, all of it is inside the redstone shulker box. And I don't know what project I've done recently that I thought I needed like 180 repeaters for. I think I might have done the maths wrong a little bit on that project, because we still have stacks upon stacks of repeaters left over, which definitely helped us out. Anyway, I'm going to chuck this thing down, and I would say the first thing that we're going to have to do is create the packed ice area, the area that all of the water flows into. So I'm thinking if we build that over here, and then the tree farm will be off in this direction. So this is where the TNT is going to be. Hopefully not too close to any of this, because we don't want to explode anything. So this is where the TNT is going to go, and then the tree farm goes off over there. Now, the way that I've done this is I have created, or kind of recreated, I guess, all of the piston layouts. So here we have the area in which the TNT is. Then over here we have got the pistons that are going to be pushing across the wood into the center. We have the pistons that are pushing the big blocks of wood across over into this area right here. So the TNT is going to be going somewhere around about there. Then we have the double piston extender. So this is where the tree farm is actually going to be. So we might have to do some terraforming over here just so that it's not hanging out over the ocean. And then the wood makes its way across like this, across like that. It also gets pushed across here. So the main set of wood goes across like that, but then the one line of wood goes across like this, down there, across there, and across there. So all of the pistons are laid out. We actually have the full template apart from all the pistons that are on the inside of the tree farm. So I think first things first, I'm actually going to build the tree farm module itself. I keep forgetting about this chest. I've just come over here to get some wood, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that. It's filled with quartz, packed ice, and everything. I keep going out and collecting this stuff. I've got loads of it here. Things are coming together pretty nicely here. So we've got ourselves the redstone going across the top, and that hooks up all of these pistons. So that is the leaf crusher circuit. And we also have the back end of the double piston extender circuitry all done and dusted as well. Now, originally, I was planning on doing this in the form of a third-person time-lapse. I thought that would look quite cool. But unfortunately, I don't remember how to build this tree farm, so I'm going back and forth between the redstone testing world on the second account, so that's not going to happen, so you're going to have to deal with the progress updates here. But as I say, it's looking good, and I've built these so many times now, it's almost becoming muscle memory. Almost. Oh no, it's started again! That's actually really, really not good, because I don't have any elytra. I genuinely have no elytra. And I'm on an island, and it is going to take ages to swim over there. Like, look how slow swimming is. It's gonna take... Boat. I can get a boat. Okay, thankfully, I managed to get all of my stuff back. That was definitely very, very scary. I was filled with fear on that one. Oh, man, I just thought we were gonna have another repeat of the previous episode. Anyway, despite that slight setback, these should be the final bits of redstone, which should complete this thing. So, if I place in a block here... Ah, yeah, no... I'm such a moron. I've built up all of the circuitry that connects up the pistons, but I haven't done any of the bottom section yet. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, that's a little bit more like it. Now, if I place in... Whoa, there are a lot of mobs down there. I've got to be quite careful. Let's just, yeah, fill in that block right there. And fend off any of these guys, which is deciding to come up the stairs. That was a sneaky creeper then. I did not see him coming. Okay, if we just pop up the stairs here and place in a block. Ah, we need a transparent block at the bottom there, but also that still doesn't look good. These pistons should be retracted. Okay, I've redone all of the timings. Apparently some of the repeaters were incorrect, and if we place that in now, that is perfect. There we go. We've got ourselves a working system. So that is pushing across. Now we actually have to start hooking up all of the other pistons inside this circuitry, and there's a lot of them. So to give you a quick progress update, I have hooked up all of these pistons here. They all have their redstone lines in place, but we don't have any of the timing circuitry for them. I just have the redstone, which is actually going to be powering them, because the timing circuitry for these guys is a little bit more complicated, because it needs to be synced up with the TNT dropping circuitry, because these pistons need to push at exactly the same time as the TNT explodes, because when it does that, the blocks that are being pushed are kind of in between positions, and if they're in between positions when the TNT explodes, then they're guaranteed to break, and they're also guaranteed to drop their item, which is the important thing, because obviously otherwise the TNT would just destroy the wood, and we wouldn't actually get any wood back. That's really what we're trying to avoid here. But anyway, we've done that. And then also, we have all of the wiring done for all of these pistons, and these are timed correctly. So all of these pistons are now working with this tree farm to push all of the wood along. So we've done a decent amount here. We're making some seriously good progress. I'm liking this. Okay, next up, we have to create, I guess, that timing circuitry, which I mentioned earlier on. And as far as I can tell, that should be the timing circuit. I think, maybe. So that goes there. These are all those circuits. That does the timing for that. Okay, we've got the timings for the push acrosses. I don't know. I don't know. This is why you build redstone contraptions with different coloured blocks. I can't tell what circuits do what anymore. I've completely lost the ability to differentiate between the 2 or 5 or 6 different circuits that we have going on in this area. There's definitely more than 2. This place, TNT Island, is looking so cool. With these 2 machines just kind of facing off against one another. Oh, it's seriously cool. Okay, we're just doing the TNT side now. Is that a... Okay, I thought a slime had spawned then. I was getting really confused. The circuit, which runs up into the slime area, has now also been built. So this little slime block contraption right here, this is the thing that's creating the TNT. And then what we need is we need this system here, which we've just built, which is doing all of the perfect timings for it. Which I wonder if I will be able to show you. Sometimes I wish I was better at flying in Minecraft. Anyway, so what we've got there is we've got pulse extenders, and then we have this little circuit here, which is specifically designed to push off the TNT. So this piston will push across, that will push the TNT out, it will land down there, and that's what's going to be exploding our wood. We're pretty much done. We are definitely on the home straight now. So according to Ilmango, I just need to power, and then depower, and that should be the TNT duper all created and completed. Alright, I'm going to go to sleep, and then we can start seeing if this is actually going to function as a system. Now, I really don't want this thing to blow itself up, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed here, but I'm also only going to test the TNT part of the circuitry, because if that goes wrong, then, well, we know that it's going to go wrong and it's not going to mess with anything. It's not going to have the rest of the circuitry running at the same time, if that makes any sense. So if I just power this, now I am just quickly going to double check. So this line literally only runs into the TNT mechanism. It's not going to activate anything else. That looks pretty good to me, but it has... It's actually exploded some of the pistons. So there's the back end fire, which is the side that it doesn't explode on. There are definitely pistons being removed there. Are they too close? That doesn't seem right. That shouldn't be the case. Yeah, they are. In my redstone testing world, these pistons are 6 blocks away, whereas here they seem to be 5 blocks away, which is a little bit concerning because they're placed in the same location above the water. So in both the worlds, that was my reference point. These pistons here are over this part of the water area, the little packed ice zone. So I think maybe my packed ice zone is a little bit smaller than the one that I've got in my testing world. I don't think that's going to be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. This one's a perfect square. I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Despite my confusion, it has now been fixed up. So now the pistons have been pushed slightly further away. So if we hit the button again, that will activate. TNT gets pushed down. And that is a little bit more like it. So we're not getting any redstone destruction. We're not losing any pistons here. That's great to see. Brilliant. Okay. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared. Very scared. But I feel like it might be time to start putting bone meal into this thing and just seeing if it's gonna start pushing trees around. That was a close one. I almost lit this thing up without having a roof on the top there, which would have led to one very big tree and a big cleanup operation. But now I've actually got the roof in place. We've done it using sea lanterns. You can't actually see it at this point in time, but it is there. So if you flick this lever now, here we go. So I'm planting my tree. Okay, that's all good. I mean, it's definitely working. And the trees are definitely being pushed across. So that's all good. Now, I do just want to quickly check inside this thing and make sure that, okay, there's definitely nothing's breaking there, so that's all fine. Alright, I'm going to keep doing this for a little while, and then we'll see just how far these trees get before the system starts to break, because there's no way this thing's working first time. Amazingly, it still seems to be working, so all of this system actually functions, believe it or not, and we haven't quite reached the point where the top circuitry is needed yet, but this is going well so far. Now, we have just 2 more trees until the big array of pistons needs to extend. So here goes. Okay, so that was one of the ones that wasn't going to be shooting out TNT. Alright, now this time, once we get another wall of blocks going across, that is going to be TNT time. And actually, let's just quickly look. It looks like this top piston is functioning as well. This is very impressive. And 1, 2, 3. That's shut off. We've got TNT, but that's definitely timed wrong. 100% timed wrong. What on earth happened there? I've never seen something timed so wrong. Not that the TNT would have exploded that would, but, I mean, it was obviously timed wrong. I wonder what's going on there. Right, let's try this whole thing again. So we have got, I think, around about 2 more trees left to go. There we go, it's all shut off. We have the TNT. God, that's so late. That's... I think for the time being, I don't know what to say. I've inspected this thing over and over and over again, trying to work out why these timings seem different. And they absolutely shouldn't. They really shouldn't. They're exactly the same. Down to every single repeater. Every single repeater is identical. Just makes no sense to me. I've removed 2 ticks from the timing, so let's see what this does. Okay, there's the TNT. Did that look a little bit more like it to you? That looked a little bit more like it to me. Okay, let's do this one last time. Right, holding down the right click button. Should be any second now. I reckon this one. Yep, that's the one. Woo! There we go! That's what I'm talking about. And let's take a look. So that has just blown up all of that wood there. Perfectly timed. We just got a stack of wood in one explosion. Yes! Now that is what this machine is all about. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am all out of time for today. We have got a fully functioning TNT-powered wood farm all constructed on the Hermitcraft server. And in the next episode, we are going to be working on the storage system. We're going to be working on all the other bits and pieces around it, including the water flow system and everything like that. I cannot wait. This is fantastic. I don't know what's cooler, the wood one or the cobblestone one. They're both amazing. I'm so happy. So happy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Oh, and standard filming channel stuff. You guys know what to do. Link on the end screen.